Hey everyone, it's Adam with Heartland Roofing, Siding and Solar. We're out here on a siding project and wanted to walk you through what a siding project would look like. So the first step in the siding process is going to be removing the old siding. So we're going to go ahead and tear off all the old siding. From that point, we're going to be able to see if there's any rotted sheeting or what kind of condition the sheeting on the house is. If we do find any sheeting, any areas that are not solid, we'll need to get those replaced before moving forward. That just ensures that we have a solid surface to nail to when we are installing the new product. Depending on the age of the house, there are many types of products that sheathing could be. It could be plywood, it could be OSB, it could be wood planks. Most commonly, we'll see sheathing issues in areas that weren't properly flashed. If they're not properly flashed, that's allowed water to get in there for years and years, so it just basically creates rot and areas that are no longer solid. When we come across these areas, we're going to make sure that we do properly flash that to avoid that in the future and to make sure that everything will be solid for years to come on your house. From there, we're going to get the house wrap installed, and we're going to make sure that the windows are properly sealed and taped as well. The most common area we see sheathing issues is where something wasn't properly flashed, so that includes windows, doors. A lot of times around garage doors, there's a lot of rot up there. The first thing we need to do is make sure that we have a level starter strip. The starter strip is important when it's installed because it gives us a base to get started on. The first piece of siding locks into that starter strip, and it's important that that starter strip is level, otherwise it can create an unlevel wall all the way up. After we get the starter strip installed, the next thing we're going to do are going to be the outside and inside corner pieces. This basically is going to create more or less a frame on each elevation so we can start going up with the siding. Once we start installing that siding, it's important to ensure that we do hit these studs every 16 inches to ensure that we are nailing into a solid surface. We also want to make sure that we're hanging siding, we're not nailing it into the siding. Vinyl siding will expand and contract, and if it's nailed tight to the wall, it won't be able to move, and then what can happen when it does go to expand and contract, it can start bubbling and cause issues and not look right down the road. The siding is going to start and end into a channel. That channel could come from the outside corner piece, the inside corner piece, or into a J channel. J channel is what's going to border around all our windows, our doors, and where the siding meets the soffit. It's important that that siding's installed inside that channel, but again, it can't be installed too tightly in there or it won't give it room to expand and contract, and that can cause issues such as bubbling on the siding. One of the most common mistakes that we see on a siding installation is this piece not getting properly locked in. A lot of companies don't use this tool to crimp this siding, so they'll just push it up into the finish trim, and sometimes we'll just see dabs of caulking up there to try to glue that piece on. Very commonly, we'll see this top piece falling out because it doesn't have anything locked in holding it. Then we will need to come back and properly lock that siding in so it doesn't fall out. The next component that we're going to look at is going to be all our blocks. There will be different types of blocks around different penetrations around the house. There will be split masters that go around any penetrations such as water spigots and any pipes coming out the wall. There will also be blocks that go behind any light blocks around the house as well too. There are many things that we can do throughout the siding process to improve the efficiency of your house. These include making sure everything is properly sealed, looking at blown-in insulation options, and also insulation board that can be installed underneath the siding as well. Installing siding can be a very tricky process because there's so many small things that need to be done the correct way. Over our 10 years in business, Heartland has done thousands of projects. We know how to take care of the minute details that it takes to properly ensure that your house is going to be protected for years to come. Replacing your siding is one of the top things you can do to increase curb appeal, to raise the value of your house, and to make your house look new again.